Okay, sorry about that. I was just making sure that this was going to work, as it's my second time using Twitch, I think. Okay. So I'm going to just do some. I was just making sure that this was going to work, as it's my. Sorry, I have to fix this because I'm getting. Oh, I'm going to just do some audio coming through my headphones. Okay, sorry. Now we're ready. So today we're going to play some Thrive Island Survival, although the title screen only says Thrive Island. So, but it is a survival game. I actually tried to stream this a couple days ago on YouTube, and it did not come out very well at all. So I've played a lot of this in the last couple of days. I think I've put in like 14 hours. So I've progressed significantly past what I did in my YouTube video. So just going to play a little bit of this, talk about it. Um, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting a little bored with it, just because, you know, there's not as much progression now. And, sorry, dog barking. And because it's just, I don't know, you know, there's no goal that I'm aware of other than survival. And I have no problem surviving now. I have plenty of food stocked up. I am able to defeat any of the animals that attack me. But here I am now. So I started out this game in like a bikini. I mean, seriously, or bra and panties. You know, you start out with no clothes, nothing. You just have to collect items and then start building things, start learning how to do things like smelt metals and make metal weapons, metal tools. And I just started building this new site. I did have a different site that I started out with, but after exploring, I found out that this site had more resources nearby, including a cave. So this is where I moved to. Now over here is my anvil, and I have a cauldron. I've yet to actually make anything in it because you have to have glass tubes to store anything you brew in the cauldron. And I haven't figured out how to get glass yet. So once I figure that out, then we can start making some things. And then here's the forge for smelting metals. A few things about this game. It's an indie game. It's on itch.io. And it needs some work. I've had a lot of fun with it, but there are some issues. I guess I can put up my torch because I have enough moonlight now. You know, just some things that need to be tweaked. For one thing, her movements are terrible. I mean, her running is awkward, as is her walking. I mean, that's like a guy walk. So, and I guess maybe they haven't got around to making female animations yet. Hopefully they are going to make some. When this was first released, I think it may have initially just been released for Android, which would explain, you know, some of the interface things, the way things are set up, look very Android-like. Like if I say I'm going to drop this, I mean, those are very Android-like buttons coming up. But it's, I don't know, she's not animated the way I would expect her to be. And hopefully, considering that they still are working on this game and implementing some changes. Like they are apparently very close to getting horses in the game, where you can ride horses around, which would help a lot for land travel. Um, I don't know what else. They're also trying to incorporate multiplayer. So it'll be interesting to see how all that works out. But I'll show you a little bit. There's a bear up here. So I will show you what battle actually looks like in this game. So he sees me, he's coming at me. So I'm just going toe to toe with the bear with my iron machete. Fortunately, I do more damage to him than he does to me. And I survive. Health regenerates over time. So I got some bear meat, bear fur, and a bone shard. Okay. So I need to build a fire up here so that I can... Oh, I probably need to collect some wood. So to collect wood, you get out your hatchet and you just start chopping on trees. And this is one of the parts about the game that can get a little tedious, is just collecting enough resources to do what you need to do, especially when it comes to iron, which that's one of the reasons I moved closer. There's a cave up in the mountains here where I can collect iron, but it takes so much iron to make anything. And if you just try mining it on the rocks, like you can see there's a big rock over here. So if I go over here and start trying to mine, what happens is I get a bunch of stones and little, if any, iron. And so that's the part of the game that I would like to see improve. Because even though my mining level, you do progress in levels in this game, I don't know what benefit you get from that. I haven't really noticed a lot. But if you notice on my right hand side, there are all the different levels. So my mining is the highest at 42, just because I've tried, well, you know, I've had to mine a lot to get enough iron to do anything. But it doesn't seem that as my levels grow up, you know, I don't seem to find more iron or anything else. So I don't know. It's definitely an area where this game could improve. Oh, I'm getting attacked by a wolf. Alright. Did not get much from him. So switch back to my pick. Oh, I'm too far away. Well, why am I not? Okay. So far in this game, I've seen there are cows, boars, alligators, wolves, bears, foxes, and I saw an elephant. But that's on an entirely different island that I actually have to go to in my canoe. And I just started setting up a little settlement there. I think this game will get a lot more interesting when it goes multiplayer. But you can see I'm just getting stones from this. And these are all the boxes I've made to hold my items. Let's see. Let's go into my inventory. I could probably store. I'd be set up where I have different things, different kinds of things stored in different boxes. So let's store that. Store these. Hide. Okay. I think I'll store. It's funny, I can store wooden walls within this box. Let's make a fire. I had planned on walling off this area of the island, but it turns out I can't put the walls up just on ground. I need to have the foundation down. So I have to build more foundations around here to wall this in. So let's go into the crafting menu and we'll craft a fire pit. Alright, we have our fire pit. And we'll set it down here. And let's cook the meat. This game is controlled using the mouse and keyboard, WASD to move around, and you interact with the left mouse click. Your right mouse click picks up items, so I could pick up this anvil if I wanted to move it somewhere else. And I actually moved all these items from my old settlement where I had set up. So, oh, apparently I have more than one. Okay, add a couple of bear steaks. Okay, and to eat them, I just go ahead and select that part of my inventory and left click. Oops. Alright. Looks like I'm thirsty, so select the water skin. One thing I also don't like that could be improved is, like with the water skin can store up to, we'll just call them units, 15 units of water. So each time you drink from the water skin, you reduce it by 1. You cannot refill the water skin until you have totally depleted it. So if I were going to be away from the water for a long time, and you know, it's in the state it is now, I couldn't just refill it back to 15. I would have to totally deplete the water skin before I could refill it. So that's something that could be improved. This is my biggest bit of construction so far. I made a bridge between 2 islands. Now, I could easily swim between these 2 islands, but I like the idea of having the bridge here. Construction in this game could be improved. What you do is you select the item that you want to put out there. So earlier I had walls in my 8th slot. So if I were to hit 8, then the wall, it shows where I can put it, and it's based off where I'm looking. It moves it around. It doesn't allow for very precise placement, which is why you'll notice there are gaps between, like, the stairs and my tower here, or the top of the bridge, however you want to refer to it. So that could be improved. And I don't mean it to sound like I'm being negative about this game, because I played it 14 hours over the last couple of days. You know, I've played it a lot, and I've been enjoying it. There's just definitely areas that could use improvement. And up here's an alligator, so I'll show you. There he's coming. I think he's coming. Oh, it's so dark I can't see. Is he actually... He was actually passing through me. Alright. I'll show you the island with the elephant. This is actually my second canoe. I made the mistake of not picking my canoe back up one time. And I went into a cave, and when I came back out, my canoe was gone. So I don't make that mistake anymore. I make sure when I get out of my canoe that I pick it back up. Now my old campsite was up here, and actually there's still a door, if I can find it. Where's the door at? I don't see it. Is that it? What you can do is after you build something, you can... Here, let me get out. Oops. Pick my canoe back up. Do I have to wait for my stamina to increase again before I can move? But it's not increasing. What is going on? Wow, this is the first really game-breaking glitch I've noticed in this game. Let's get my paddle back on. Oops. Yeah, it's not even letting me get close enough. Oops, I'm sorry, I keep hitting my inventory. It's not even letting me get close enough to the boat to get back in, and I can't move. Alright. Seriously, in 14 hours of gameplay, that's my first game-breaking glitch. Okay, now I have my stamina back, so I can swim again. When you're in your boat, it just reduces all of your stamina. I don't know why, but it doesn't build back up regardless of what you're doing. So here's this door. I had built, just a simple house here. Because early on, part of surviving is staying away from the animals because your tools and weapons are not as strong, nor are your abilities. And so, with something like an alligator, as well as the clothing, the clothing does provide armor. So something like an alligator could kill me relatively easily. So I made the house and put this door up, and you're able to reclaim wood from things that you built by using your hatchet and just chopping it back down. The thing about this door is, whenever I try to chop on it, it either goes through or it opens the door. So I can't do it. So there's this door just standing here. And I don't think... Oh my god, I can actually take the door back. Let's see. Okay. Well, I don't think you can take walls or foundations back, But apparently you can take doors back and put them back in your inventory. So that's cool, I guess. I don't have to build another door now when I set up my wall on my other island. So you'll notice my stamina starts going down pretty quickly. And I think even if I don't, see, I'm not actually exerting myself and my stamina keeps going down. The thing is, I can continue to paddle my boat even when my stamina is at 0, and the speed doesn't seem to change at all. So I'm assuming that this is something that will eventually be fixed. As you'll notice, my stamina is going down. You can see the speed at which I'm paddling my boat. And now I'm at 0 stamina, and nothing has changed. And there's the very polygonal island I'm going to. It looks that way because I have my draw distance set relatively far down. When I first tried to play this, the frame rate wasn't great, so I had to make some concessions on quality to get this to run well. And eventually the new island will load. Another thing that probably needs to be fixed are the day-night cycles, which differ between this island and the island I just came from. It'll be night, you know, on the islands where I just came from, and then I'll come here, and it'll be daytime. Okay, so here's where I've just started to build. Essentially, I've made like a dock. There are certain things I don't think you can get on this island. For example, I don't think you can get wood on this island. So I wanted to make sure that I put a box here so that I could store things like wood. Now my stamina, I'm to the level now. This is one area where I can see improvement based on levels, is that my stamina replenishes a lot more quickly. So you toggle stamina by pressing stamina. You toggle sprint by pressing shift. If you run out of stamina, like if I keep running now, and I'll run out of stamina, then it will start rebuilding again while I'm walking. But I won't just start running again as it replenishes. I then have to hit shift to toggle sprinting back on. So this island has cacti. This is also the first island where I got lead. You need lead for... Okay, so I ran out of stamina. Oh, you can also see another issue, which is you can see my skin through these pants, which I don't understand. I thought that, you know, the model would probably just be retextured, but I guess not. So that's something that just needs to be fixed. And, you know, like I said, this is an independent game, so I'm willing to sort of let some of this stuff go and just hope that it's fixed in the future. So I got lead, which I've used to make the vest I'm wearing right now, which is a vest that's lead lined so that when I go into the cave, I am able to resist the radiation for longer. So here's an elephant. I've not yet tried to fight an elephant. And I don't know if the elephants are aggressive. I don't know if he'll start coming after me if I get very close to him. No, he's just a peaceful elephant. By the way, in real life, I'm a vegan, so I'd be so screwed if I needed to rely on animal hides, things like that to survive. Oh, he's stuck on a rock. So far, the only animals that don't attack are the cows and the elephants. So of course, early on, now I have a feeling if I attack the elephant, he would defend himself. The cows don't. And that's why early on, in this game, you kind of have to rely on the cows a lot for meat, as well for hides. Because of course, you use hides to make clothing, you break down the hides to make materials, to make other items. I haven't fully explored this island yet, so I'm not sure what else on here. I'm going to stay out of the elephant's way. How's the elephant's hide compared to me? I've noticed that some things aren't really in the proportion they should be. The cows actually are shorter than my character. Considerably so. I mean, they're much smaller than they should be. And I'm not, this is a Unity game. I've not worked in Unity. I would imagine you can probably resize the assets though, because I assume that these are all store-bought assets. And I know that occasionally people will complain about store-bought assets, and sometimes rightly so, but it really does depend on how they're used. I've been watching over the last couple of days all of the slaughtering grounds drama. I kind of missed out on it, when that first started, because I'm not a subscriber of Jim Sterling's, and it was interesting. And that obviously is a way to misuse store-bought assets. And you really don't give any thought to what you're putting together. So when you have a U.S. Postal Service mailbox right beside, oh my God, it's a rhino. I have a feeling I don't, ooh, and what's that? I have a feeling I do not want to fight a rhino. I wonder if this is like a lion. Obviously, I wouldn't want to fight a lion either. So there are obviously some bugs, like the lion just kind of gets a lion. I should save my stamina in case I have to run away from him. I want to get close enough to see what he is. How close can I get without being attacked? Oh, shit, it's a lion, and he's coming after me. Obviously, in real life, I'd be dead, because you cannot outrun a lion. However, in video games, and often in movies, you can outrun things that you would have no chance of outrunning in real life. I wonder if he's still in pursuit. No, he gave up. Good. Cool. I'll have to get my bow and arrow and come back here. One thing about my bow and arrow is I've made a lot of arrows, but they're weak without, you know, like an iron arrow tip or arrowhead. And this is the issue I'm running into with this game right now, is just it takes so long to get enough iron to make the things that I need. I have plenty of lead though. Maybe I can find a philosopher's stone. Get some gold. Okay, my stamina's back up, so let's go back to sprinting. I've never played Minecraft, but I kind of get the feeling that this is kind of similar. You know, collecting resources and then building things. Although I think the building in Minecraft is probably a lot more complex, even though the graphics aren't. But Minecraft's just never really appealed to me. I know it's hugely popular, but I don't think it's for me. So what have we got? We've got an elephant. I believe that's another rhino. Let's swim across here. Well, if it gets deep enough for it, yeah, there we go. So the water itself looks good. Of course, when I'm swimming in it, you know, I'm just disappearing in parts under the water, so we'll see if that ever changes. My guess is that's a little bit more complex of a fix to make than some of these others. But I don't know. Oh, I'm out of stamina. At least my stamina is regenerating here. Of course, in reality, if I were wearing a lead-lined vest, I would just sink and not be able to swim across a lake, but it's video game logic. I don't know why I'm collecting bits of cactus. The only thing that I can tell so far is that cactus, or cacti, are used in one potion I can make. I'm kind of to the point where I'm collecting so much of certain resources that I just really can't do anything with because I'm missing others. I wonder, now I have a shovel and a bucket that I've never been able to use so far. I wonder if I need to use them here in order to make glass. Because I tried, everywhere I've tried using them on the other islands, I've come up empty. You know, it says that I can't dig there. But I wonder if I dig here in order to collect what I need to actually make glass. I think that's worth investigating. So yeah, a horse would definitely break up some of the tedium of just walking around. I'm curious how their multiplayer will work. You know, will it be a cooperative situation? Will it be competitive? You know, will you raid other people's camps for resources? And, I mean, I'm imagining that multiplayer will be entirely separate, so I wouldn't be able to use anything that I've accomplished in my single-player game in multiplayer. So, tons of stone. Let's see, we'll store this cactus here. I have 4 lead ores that I really don't need. I think I'll just leave those here. I suppose eventually I should set up a forge and everything on this island as well. For now, let's go back to my main camp. One thing I haven't done is try just paddling out to an area where there's no land in sight. So I don't know if the game would just let you continuously do that, or, you know, if you'd eventually hit an invisible wall. I'm assuming the latter. You know, I've never actually paddled all the way around this island. So let's just see what's here. The clouds look nice. The water looks nice. The textures, not so great. Now, is that just because? Okay, so they're popping in now. I've actually never experienced nighttime on this island. And I'm almost wondering if it does have a full day-night cycle. if I get stuck on the land, then I just have to get out of the boat, and I may have to replace it in the water. So is this just... Alright. Oh, another thing I've noticed. Animals will just run out into the water, and they will pursue you into the water. Animals that you wouldn't normally think about swimming. Like I've chased cows into the water, trying to kill them. And, you know, if I lay off, the cow will come back out of the water. And I've had boars chase me into the water. And they appear to be underwater, but they still will attack. Again, these may be nitpicky things, but they are opportunities for improvement for this game. So like I said, I've enjoyed this game. None of the things I'm pointing out have made it where I, just want to give up on the game. And so far, I've only run into that one game-breaking bug, and that was after 14 hours of playing. But if the developer can make some of these fixes, then the game will be more immersive and just that much more fun to play. And I've definitely got my money out of this game. I got it off Groupies for 50 cents or $1. I mean, really cheap. And obviously, I've gotten my money's worth from this game. Even if I quit playing it today. It would also be interesting to see the developer put in animals in the water. One thing you can't do in this game is fish. There's no option to make a fishing pole, and that seems like a mess right now. Oops, my inventory. Because in this type of environment, it just seems natural that you would allow fishing. And, could also put in sharks or other animals like that. I will say, though, that all the water in this game is fresh water. You're able to fill up your water skin from any water in this game. So, if you're going for more realism, then you might not make it that way. Might have to rely on oases inland for water. But then there's always the question of how real do you make a game? And the more realism you put in, how much do you detract from how enjoyable the game is? So what's on my right is the island where I started. It's a large island. Oh, there's a crocodile. Or an alligator. Not sure which it is. It's a large island. There were a lot of cows and things to get started with. And then there's this island, which is the second island I went to. It was within swimming distance. Let's back up. And this island doesn't seem much different. It's actually prettier. You have trees with leaves of different colors. And on the first island, there are no bears or stags. There are just cows, alligators, chickens. What else? There's chickens, boars, and goats. I've only come across one area where there's a goat yet. And chickens aren't easy to find because they hide in the grass. Actually, where I have my campsite right now, I run across chickens pretty easily. And they're important because you use their feathers for arrows. For a long time, I could not figure out where to get feathers from. I knew I needed them for arrows, and I'd build a bow. So I wasn't sure, do I have to climb trees, or what do I do to get the feathers? And then finally I ran across a chicken. I was like, oh, okay. Because you can't climb trees. Which again, I mean, that'd be, oops, wrong button. Oh. Oops. I did not mean to put that in that spot. This needs to go here. You can see that your inventory has 16 slots. It doesn't matter how much of any particular item you have. So if I had 100 animal hides, they take up 1 slot. A door takes up 1 slot. A bow takes up 1 slot. So you have 16 spots in your inventory, and then you have in your quick select bar, you have 8 slots. So in these, you just press whatever number of the item you want, and then if you left click, you'll use it. And I just realized how low I am, how hungry I am. I don't think I've let myself get this hungry in this game so far. So I should actually go back to my campsite over there. And I think I'll just swim this time. I'll get some food. One thing also that I think should probably be implemented is the risk of drowning. Like right now, if I run out of stamina, I just have to wait until I get more stamina to swim again. I think it would make more sense to have you drown if you start swimming and you run out of stamina. And that would lend more to the survival aspect of this game. Alright, so I have tons of beef. Killed a lot of cows early on. So, let's eat a couple. Put that back. Let's see. I need to get in one of my other boxes. There's a map I made, but honestly, it doesn't seem all that useful. Except now I see that this island actually links up to that other one. I didn't realize that. But you make no, as far as I am aware, you make no notations on this map or anything. So I don't really consider it all that useful. The dark spot on the, I guess where I am is the black dot. So the dark spot on the up to the right of where I am is where the cave is. So, I mean, you can't use, I do nothing with the map. It's just when I select that slot, it comes up. So let's put that back. Alright, so I need to get in these other boxes. There's my hammer for forging tools, the spoon that I use when making potions, and I don't know why it's already started going down in strength because I've yet to brew anything. I have a stone hammer as well as an iron hammer, a glass blowing pipe. Again, haven't found out how to make glass yet, and a pestle and mortar, which I would use to crush ingredients whenever I do brew things. Let's see, feathers for my arrows. So I have 92 wooden arrows and then 12 iron-tipped arrows. It actually takes several iron-tipped arrows to kill the bigger animals. Like I think it takes 4 or 5 to kill a stag. Okay, it looks like I've not stored any wood or stone. So, oops. Looks like I'm going to have to scrounge for some items. Let's see. I can usually find a few stones. There's some. See if I can find a log around here. The textures used here are pretty bad, as you can see. You don't notice it so much because of the grass, but when you actually look down on it, it's not great. But then again, it's a handoff. The smarter move, since you don't see much of that texture, to make it not high res. There's a fox. Oh, instantly knew I was behind him when I got close enough. Might also be a good thing to incorporate. Oh, there's sugar cane. And sugarcane is not used for what you might expect. It's used to make fiber that is then used to make like cloth. Use fiber and animal hides. I'm not finding any logs around here. So it looks like it was stupid of me to leave all that wood at my other campsite. There's a log. Now let's see if I have enough to craft. I need 2 logs. Okay. The amount of wood you need is also kind of arbitrary. I need 2 logs, and how much stone to make? 3 stones and 2 logs to make a stone hatchet. But I can make like a foundation with, let's look, I can make an entire foundation with 5 logs. So, yeah, not realistic. Unless I'm just really, really bad at making hatchet handles. It takes a lot of trial and error before I get a usable one. Okay. Is that another fox? Let's get out my torch, that will help. Oh, there's a chicken. So you can see there are actually several chickens in this area. Like there, I counted 4. They're not as easy to find on the other island. Oh, come on. I am so sorry that you have to watch me just walk around looking for a log. I really thought that I had some in storage, but I guess I used them all when I was building. Well, hey, fox. I can't see you. I got tons of bone shards. They're pretty much useless. They form the base of any potion they make. Hey, the moon's out. I can put this up. Oh, what's that? More sugar cane. But considering I can't make any elixirs because I don't know how to make glass yet. Got more stones. Actually, I've not been over to this area yet. I don't anticipate there being many differences. We'll see my map like to me, because these 2 islands aren't joined together. Unless they are and it just hasn't rezzed in yet. No. Alright, I'm probably more likely to find... Is that? No. Probably more likely to find wood on that other island. So let's swim over there. See if I can find some. It's raining a little bit right now, which really doesn't have an effect on me. Oh, there's a log. Whew, finally. Okay. Now let's make a hatchet. I don't know why there has to be a timed countdown to get things made. To be honest, when you're making a lot of things at once, it gets pretty tedious. Okay. It would also be kind of cool to actually show, damage to a tree or actually cutting the tree down. Again, it doesn't really detract from the game that much. I realize it's an indie developer, and there are going to be some limitations with indie developers. Just they don't have a big development team that can work on all of these things. But it would add more to that realism if you saw damage to the tree, if you saw it falling down. That's something that might, I don't know if I should say is beyond them, but it might take more effort than really what it's worth for them to try to do something like that, especially since I imagine these are purchased assets. One thing that I do think that they could do, and like I mentioned earlier, are tweak the animations, make those better. Because I really hate the way my character moves, especially when walking. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Have you ever seen women walking like this? Okay. Let's see if I can craft a pickaxe. I can. Start building up my stone and wood again. Never thought of what. Would have thought that I'd have to get more stone. See, I'm at mining level 40 something, and it took me that long to even get a stone out of this. I'm assuming they have some kind of algorithm set up where I have a certain percent chance with each strike of getting one stone, 2 stones, or iron ore. I think they should make it a higher probability of getting iron ore than what it is right now. Because I can go through this entire rock and get no iron ore. And that seems ridiculous to me. Here's another thing. Okay, as you can see, running around drains my stamina. Oh, there's a bear. Alright. But I actually will gain stamina back when I'm doing something much more strenuous, like chopping down a tree. Now, collecting wood and, stone, minerals, those things are tedious enough. I certainly don't want a change made where chopping down a tree or, using my pickaxe take down my stamina, because that would just be too tedious to have to pause and wait for my stamina builds up before I can collect more resources. But it does take away from realism. And it makes you kind of wonder, what is the purpose of the stamina meter? I mean, what does it add to the game to have that stamina meter there? Because really, even, you know, as you saw with the lion started to chase me. And after a certain amount of time, the lion stops. I can outrun the lion, and when I put enough distance between us, he stops. Now, if it were going to be a long chase, I think it would make more sense to have that stamina meter. And again, this is it. You know, this isn't a finished game. They are still making updates. You know, they're incorporating horses now. They're going to incorporate multiplayer. So, you know, it's quite likely that many things in this game will continue to change. I think the stamina meter and its relevance is something that could be looked at. Oh, a new pickaxe. And I've learned to not make many iron tools for the simple fact that they don't last significantly longer, and it takes so long, again, to get enough iron ore to make anything. And I wouldn't even dream of trying to make steel tools. Oh, here we go. Now I got coal. Alright. I think I've gathered enough things. Where'd the bear go? There was a stag up here. Oh, now I've lost the stag. Where did he go? The only way that I found to get the stag is by using a bow and arrow. You can't get close enough to use anything else on him, which makes sense. If you've ever, well, I've never been around a stag, but even deer that are accustomed to people don't let you get very close to them. I've not figured out if there's a purpose to, like, water like this. One thing that would actually be kind of cool, and add more to the survival aspect, would be, you know, if you get water from standing pools, you run the risk of getting sick. Let's see. Stone. the stuff I need to eat again. I do have coal in here, right? Yeah. Let's see. Definitely store that. So far, the only thing I found that you can make with bear skins are like bear sleeping bags or sleeping mat. But you don't need to sleep in this game. So I've yet to really figure out what the purpose of those are. Alright. Beef or bear meat? Let's use, or chicken. Let's take some beef. Alright. Let's quench my thirst. Alright. Let's put the meat back. Store. Alright. So I'll show you the cave now. And I'll get some iron from the cave, and then I'll make some more arrow tips and arrowheads. And then let's go try to fight a lion or a rhino. See how that goes. I've not yet died in this game. It's not all that easy to do. I would assume, because it does save progress, that I would just have to resume from the last save point. This is a game, though, honestly, that I think you could get away with permanent death. Because it's not all that easy to die. And really, if you do die, it's kind of the player's fault. I mean, in my opinion. So, oh, I don't know why it faces me toward the exit after I come through there. So I would almost like to see that. I mean, if my character were to die, I played poorly, and I didn't do the things that I needed to survive. By the way, you can see my radiation meter is going down. It went down a lot more quickly before I got this vest. Let's see. You may have seen, there are 2 passageways. Awesome. Forks when you come into the cave. One goes to an area that actually has a bear. Okay, can I... See, on the other side, when there's... This is all iron ore on the other side. The mound that looks like this. So I would have liked to see that consistency, because it does look different from the other stone. And it is not giving me anything other than stone. this one. There we go. Alright. Let's hurry up and build a new pickaxe. Oh shit, there's a bear. Oh, get off the inventory. Run. Alright, bear. Inventory's full. Yes. 8 animal hides. Awesome. Definitely more valuable than a bone shard. Stingy. Probably let my radiation level run down to like 20. That should give me enough time to get out. Which may actually die from radiation poisoning after I made all those comments about if I die, I deserve to die. Coal. Awesome. Holy shit, another bear! You know what? I'm not sure where I came in. Oh, there it is. Jump. There we go. Nice big spider web. The jumping animation's a little weird too. Is that bear staring me down? Let's see, I really don't want to fight him, so let's go up this way. Oh, there's a wolf. Don't want to drop anything. Let's see. Actually, I may be able to come back and get some things from the wolf. Antlers. Is that a fox or a bear? It's a fox. More chickens. Okay, let's store the bear's blood. Animal hides. Bear skin. Coal. And yeah, that's good for right now. got myself turned around. There we go. Alright, let's smelt some iron ore. Ooh. Yeah, I'll just make arrowheads right now. Oops, 8. I'm up to 17 level on smelting. The only thing that I could tell on smelting that mattered in terms of level is that when I was under level 10, I tried to smelt steel ore, and it said that it failed every time I tried to do it. So I didn't try it again until I was like level 13, and then I could actually smelt steel ore. Which I don't think makes sense. Is there such a thing as steel ore? I don't think so. Unless I'm mistaken. Steel comes from making something out of iron, reheating it, but I could be wrong. That is a take, so I have 10 iron ingots. And let's see how many arrows. I think I have 92 arrows. Is this my... yeah, 92. Ooh, I can make 30 more. Let's do that. Let's see how many arrowheads I can make. So let's go to my tools. Oops, this is not my tools. Let's grab a hammer. And let's make some arrowheads. I guess that's as close as the bear is going to come. Alright. I get 5 per iron ingot. Alright, so I can make 50. Okay. Let's take these. And let's go to the crafting menu. Weapons. Arrow. Unfortunately, I think it's going to take maybe a couple of minutes to craft all of these. I have 50 seconds. I think that they could do without this. I don't know what it adds to the game. I suppose maybe it's attempting at a level of realism in that you don't make things automatically. However, it just takes you out of the game for the amount of time that you're crafting something. 62 iron-tipped arrows. I'm just going to store my wooden arrows. I don't think it's even worthwhile trying to use those against rhinoceros and lion. Put that in there. Oh my god! You son of a bitch! That is the first time I've had an animal come up to my campsite and attack. Alright, so let's store the bear blood, animal hides, bear skin. Let's go store my hammer. Looks like I'm going to have to go ahead and, I don't know why I keep choosing this, thinking that that's the box with my tools. This is the box with my tools. Store. Okay. Another thing that I would like to see is a permanent fire pit. Because now I can only make temporary ones. And it doesn't have to stay lit all the time. Like, it could require me to continue to add wood to it. I just don't know why I have to build a fire pit each time the old fire goes out. So, do that. And smooth those. In case you're wondering, you can run through the fire and catch on fire. I accidentally learned that early on playing this game. Okay, let's grab the bow. Let's go hunting. Just curious. Composite bow. 2 stag horns in a string. Oh. Change of plans. I have 1 stag horn. Let's go kill a stag. Why do I... Okay. Let's go get a stag. And then I can make a composite bow. Is that fox after me? No. To the right. And then, what is that? Is that a boar? Let's see what this is. Yeah, it's a boar. Just drop the bone shard. I mean, I'm dropping boar meat as well, just to... What is that? Is that... Oh, it's another wolf. Alright, drop. Yes. There's a stag. And it doesn't seem to matter where I shoot him. So I'll just shoot the body because there's less of a chance of missing. Another area that could be improved. The stag makes no movement. Does not act like it's being shot at all. It just stands there. That could definitely be improved. Animal hide, staghorn, bone shard. Oh, and I just shot an arrow like an idiot. Alright. Drop that. Yes. Well, this is exciting. Get my torch out so I can see a little bit better. I think there's a bear up on the right, so we'll try to avoid him. Oh, honestly, if the animals wanted to attack me, having a torch out makes me much more visible. That run, if nothing else, they have to fix that run, and the fact that you can see her skin through her pants. Well, there's the bear I killed earlier. Alright, let's store the animal hides, and... oops, no. Oops, 8. Take. Alright. I'm gonna have to get an animal hide again to make string. I don't know how that works, but you do, in fact, make string in this game from animal hides. So I need 1 string. Craft. Well, this is exciting. Alright. Of course, it looks nothing like a puzzle bow, but hey, we'll call it one nonetheless. Might have been smaller to call one like a short bow and one a long bow. Just a suggestion. Store. This is exciting. boat out. And we're off on safari. So I hope this is recording okay. A little bit worried because when I tried to do this via YouTube's streaming service earlier in the week, first off, none of my commentary recorded, though that was my fault because I didn't have the settings right and I didn't have an audio device set up even though I had my headset on. But also the video quality was not good at all. And I'm not sure why that was, because the internet service where I'm at is actually very good and certainly should be capable of streaming video that isn't horribly pixelated. So hopefully it works better streaming to Twitch. Okay, so it was nighttime where we just were, and now it's full daytime. So yeah. I actually showed this to a friend, and she commented on the fact that there are these two very different islands in close proximity. I don't mind it so much. Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and eat that boar meat. There's nothing else to save from an inventory slot. Alright, here we go. That's a rhino head. Actually, it may just be a rock outcrop. Mound of rocks. Oh, there's one on the move on the left. I wonder if you'll be able to hunt from horseback. They incorporate horses. Certainly make this easier. Let's see if I can shoot him without getting so close that he'll charge me. Although he should charge me as I start shooting here. That would make sense. So I missed with that one. How did I miss with that one? Oh! distance between us. Is he still in pursuit? So I'm taking off, what, about 8 to 9% with each shot. I'm almost tempted to get the machete out to see what I would do with it, but oh, I'm gonna get hit. Run, 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 run! Yeah, I don't think I want to try to kill the rhino with a machete. I don't think I would survive that. See how close he is. Alright, my first rhino kill. Let's see what I get. An ivory tusk, raw rhino meat, a bone shard, and I wasted another arrow like an idiot. How many arrows did I use? I used quite a few arrows on him. Let's drop the bone shard. Alright, let's go after a lion, and then we'll call it a day. Now I saw a lion. There he is. Lot more of his health. Because obviously he doesn't have the thick skin of I'm rhinoceros. And more hide, bone shard. Is that seriously all I got from the lion? Well, that is a disappointment. You know, like from bears, I get bear pelts, so something to do, so get something similar from the lion. But I think that's where I'm going to end this for now. So thanks for watching. I don't know. Oh my god! Oh, that was not a safe place to stop. Okay, maybe I should get back to my... Yeah, he's still after me. I'll get back to my sort of campsite. See if he followed me into the water. Yep, he's still after me. I'm swimming right towards another rhinoceros. I don't know if this is weird or not, but I actually can't bear the thought of trying to kill an elephant in this game. That just seems really wrong to me. I don't know why it's worse than killing a rhinoceros or a lion. And there are certain things that you need from elephants. Like there is one potion that requires an elephant brain. But I may never make that potion. Okay, I think this is a safe place to stop. So thanks for watching. I don't know if I'll do another video on this. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'll catch you next time.